meeting that took place in June. The meeting minutes are for both the Public Facilities Department and the Department of Neighborhood Development. The meeting minutes are specifically from June 13th, 2018. Present at that meeting were both Commissioners Mamoli and Irish. I ask if there is a motion to approve the meeting minutes by both commissioners who were present at those meetings.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The meeting minutes are hereby approved. This morning, we're beginning with the Public Facilities Department. Before us today, we have Patricia Lyon. She's the director of the department, and vote number 1 is being presented by Brian Melia. He's a senior project manager with the Public Facilities Department. The vote request concerns a contract award to Sasaki Architects PC to provide design and construction administration services associated with the Boston City Hall and Plaza renovations project located at 1 City Hall Square in Boston. The contract price, $1,455,200. Brian, if you'd present your vote request, please.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here to request a vote for approval to award a design and construction services contract to Sasaki Architects PC for the City Hall and Plaza renovations project. The scope of services consists of schematic design through construction administration services for phased renovations to the building and plaza of City Hall. Of importance, the design fee presented in this commission vote request is limited to the initial phase of design services on the project, and therefore is set at $1,455,200. Future phases of design services on the project will be presented to the Public Facilities Commission through specific amendment vote requests and will follow the designer's fee schedule as outlined in the publicly advertised request for proposals. Further, the overall estimated cost of construction services for the multi-phases of work on the project is anticipated not to exceed $50 million. The publicly advertised design services on this project will be for the length of 5 years from the date of contract execution. The city recently completed a feasibility study which examined the needs and identified improvements to the infrastructure of City Hall and Plaza. The project follows recommendations in the feasibility study report, which includes repairs to the infrastructure of the building and plaza, along with improving operations, programming, accessibility, and sustainable stormwater management. The project includes phased design and construction supported by appropriated funds over 5 years. I'm going to direct your attention over to the screen. This is an existing photo of the current plaza and building, which shows an aerial view of existing City Hall. The next photo shows an existing plaza itself and the building structure. And the third photo shows a conceptual layout of the plaza. This is from the feasibility study showing new infrastructure that provides welcoming civic, cultural, and event spaces. The city publicly advertised for design services in March of 2018. In response, 6 firms submitted statements of qualifications for the project. A selection committee comprised of 6 people with experience in design, planning, and construction from the City of Boston's Public Facilities Department, Property Management Department, Boston Planning and Development Agency, and a community representative reviewed the qualifications for each firm against the defined criteria and the request for qualifications. Thereafter, 4 firms were shortlisted and interviewed by the selection committee. Accordingly, the selection members ranked the firms, and Sasaki was recommended as the top firm for the following reasons. Sasaki has assigned outstanding team members to the project. All possess extensive experience designing and managing large-scale private and public construction projects. As the lead designer for the city's Bruce Bowling building in Dudley Square, Sasaki showcased its capacity to deliver an innovative and state-of-the-art building while engaging the community in the design process and maintaining the historical integrity of the facade from 3 different buildings. Additionally, the proposed team members have experience in LEED certification and building preservation requirements that are uniquely qualified for this project. As part of Sasaki's team, they've included VJ Associates Incorporated, an experienced sub-consultant in cost estimating who is a state certified as a woman business enterprise. For the foregoing reasons, I am seeking the Public Facilities Commission's approval to award a design services contract to Sasaki Architects PC, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Any questions from the commissioners?
No, other than it's been years trying to get that plaza, and good luck to you. Congratulations on finally getting something going.
Thank you, we're very excited.
The programming, I just have one question. The programming for that space, how did that get developed in terms of what you wanted to see there? What's going to be the outcome of the project, I guess?
So we spent 2 years putting together a master plan with another architectural firm, Util Incorporated, who sort of came up with a concept. They evaluated, sort of existing uses and the current conditions and use of City Hall itself, and created a 25 to 30-year master plan. And the phase that Brian is undertaking now is the first phase resulting from that 2-year process that also went through, community input and whatnot. And so Sasaki will take the concept from that master plan and develop it into a finer level of detail so that we can then get into design and construction.
Great, thank
for
you.
the improvements.
I think it looks great and thoroughly explained, so I make a motion that we approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is approved. Vote number 2 is being presented by Robert Melvin. He's an Assistant Director of Construction for the Public Facilities Department. The request is to award a contract to Powers and Company Incorporated to provide architectural design and construction administration services associated with the Mandela Athletic Complex locker room renovations project located at 75 Malcolm X Boulevard in Roxbury. The contract price, $469,362. Rob, if you'd present your vote request, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
I'm presenting this request for PFC vote on behalf of Bill Evers, who will be the project manager for the Mandela Athletic Complex locker room renovations at the Madison Park and O'Brien schools. Bill and I will be working together on this renovation. The scope of work contains a complete renovation of the existing girls' locker room, which occupies approximately 15,000 square feet of the Mandela Athletic Center located in Building 4 of the Madison Park and O'Brien school complexes. Currently, the women's athletic teams, the visiting teams, coaches, and referees at Madison Park and O'Brien share a very large room with lockers, showers, toilet rooms, and changing areas. It's the goal of this project to completely renovate this room and to subdivide spaces so that each school has a separate designated locker room complete with showers, changing areas, and fixtures. It is also the goal to provide designated spaces for female coaches, officials, and space for the Boston Center for Youth and Families, which also has access to the Mandela Center. The renovation will modernize the existing locker room areas, which are essentially in the same condition as they were when constructed in the 1970s. I have a few slides here. This first slide is taken from Malcolm X Boulevard, and it shows Madison Park, the Madison Park High School on the left, and on the far right you can see the O'Brien Center. It's a very large complex with the 2 schools, just outside of Roxbury Crossing T-Station. The second slide, this shows the rather large room. It's about 15,000 square feet.
Wow.
And it's the best photo we could take from up above, and just shows you how it's divided into locker rooms, and then you have to cross corridors to get into the shower areas. It's not effective at all. And I'm going to forward to this slide. This is the Mandela Athletic Complex. which the two schools use, and BCYF. The girls' locker room area, this is the area here, about 15,000 feet that we're going to renovate, right here. And I'll just go back to the slide so you can see there's probably 100 changing rooms / shower areas within that area, right here. So the City of Boston advertised for design and construction administration services through the city's small business, the Small Local Business Enterprise Office, the City Record, the state's Central Register, and the Boston Globe in October of 2017. And in November of 2017, 3 architectural firms submitted statements of qualifications. The Public Facilities Department then formed a designer selection committee consisting of 5 members. 4 members were from the Public Facilities Department, and 1 member was from the Boston Public Schools Department. Each member selected has had extensive experience in design, planning, and construction. The Designer Selection Committee met in December of 2017, reviewed the qualifications, and ranked each firm based on the evaluation criteria set forth in the request for qualifications, and shortlisted the 3 firms. In January of 2018, the Designer Selection Committee recommended Powers & Company as a top-ranked firm as a result of the firm's design and construction experience with school athletic facilities that had a locker room renovation component, and also its excellent work in urban settings. In addition, Powers' fire protection consultant, Fernandez and Associate, is a state-certified minority business enterprise. In conclusion, for the foregoing reasons, I am seeking the PFC's approval to award a design and construction administration services contract to Powers & Company. I look forward to discussing and answering any questions you may have.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners? I would like to move in favor of this. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 2 is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.